19th of July, the year 2025, a day that enters the book of records as Kenyatta University's 57th graduation ceremony day. A lot has happened today in Kenyatta University, in the country and beyond our borders, because our reporters have been up and about interacting with different issues and different people, and they have brought you different stories tonight. Here are the top ones. Use your knowledge to shape the future. Education CS Julius Migos tells Kenyatta University graduates. Colorful celebration as over 2,300 graduates received degrees at KU 57 graduation. Parents and guardians of graduates share happiness on KU's graduation day. And education at KU transcends geographical borders as international students graduate. This is KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi. Who joins me in the sign language interpretation tonight. Welcome to the broadcast. Use your knowledge to shape the future. That was the call to action made by Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos at the Kenyatta University 57th graduation ceremony, where he and other leaders and dignitaries gathered to celebrate a new generation of achievers. Migos praised the university's leadership and emphasized the transformative power of education. He urged graduates to actively pursue scholarship opportunities and use their knowledge to shape the nation's future. It was a blend of joy, reflection, and a renewed call to excellence. Percy Chola.
In a colorful and joyous ceremony, 2,397 graduates were conferred degrees across various fields of study at the Kenyatta University. Apart from being congratulated on their significant achievement, termed the beginning of a new journey.
All students in need of government funding are offered adequate support to access university education.
Addressing the gathering, KU Chancellor Ambassador Dr. Francis Mdaura extended heartfelt congratulations to the graduates, encouraging them to step into the next chapter of life with integrity, courage, and a commitment to contribute meaningfully to the nation's development. He reminded them that the future is in their hands, both as a gift and a challenge.
As the Chancellor, I am deeply gratified to witness the culmination of your years of dedication, scholarship, and sacrifice that has brought us to this ceremony today. I extend my warmest congratulations to all the graduates. Today,
Ambassador Mdaura further called on them to ensure their research and use of technology foster progress, not only for themselves, but for the broader society.
The skills acquired within the universities was, whether in science, the humanities, or technology, are not just tools for employment. They are tools for life, for leadership, and for legacy.
Vice Chancellor Professor Paul Wainaina expressed gratitude to everyone who made the ceremony a success, highlighting the university's recent strides, including 30 partnerships signed both locally and internationally. He encouraged the graduates to apply for their knowledge boldly and with a global perspective.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to report that KU is not just watching global trends. We are shaping them. Between January and June this year alone, the university has signed over 30 memoranda of understanding with universities, research institutions, and development organizations, both locally and internationally.
The guest of honor, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos, who was flanked by the PA Science Research and Innovation, Professor Shaukat Abdul Razak, commended Kenyan university leadership and underscored the value of education in shaping the country's future. He urged eligible graduates to seize opportunities by applying for the many scholarships still available.
Therefore, I'm encouraging all eligible students to apply for loans and scholarships through the Higher Education Funds Portal, which has remained open since the 1st of July 2025. The government is determined to ensure that all students in need of government funding are offered adequate support to access university education.
Valedictorian Lily Chepkoech gave a heartfelt speech thanking lecturers and parents for their unwavering support. She acknowledged the university's role in equipping them with digital skills and technological awareness to thrive in today's dynamic world.
What a dream come true. We stand on this stage today, donning our gowns and caps, not just as survivors of demanding assignments, numerous lectures, and pressing deadlines, but as real change makers in the making.
University's Council Chairperson Dr. Ben Chumo reflected on the challenges facing the graduates, especially unemployment. He encouraged the class not to forget those who helped them along the way and to rise as solution seekers, people who can see and seize opportunity even where others cannot.
The clerks, librarians, the accountants, maintenance crew around the university, the security team, and other officers of the university. I take this opportunity to heartily thank you for the service to this university.
As the curtains fall on the 57th graduation ceremony at Kenyatta University, the message is clear. The degrees earned today are more than just academic accolades. They are calls to action. In the faces of these graduates lies the promise of a brighter tomorrow, not just for themselves, but for the nation and the world. Pesi Achola, KUTV, Nairobi.
To knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual
This and more. Only on Law Matters.
ni nguzo na uso wa jamii. more than just clothes. It's a statement, a feeling. An art form, a way to express yourself, a reflection of who you are. It's Fashion Diaries. Join me, Ashley Asachi, every Monday from 8 p.m. as we bring you Kenya's latest trends. Imagine fashion designers glamorous fashion events, runway shoes, red carpet events, and so much more. Fashion Diaries, unleashing your inner fashionista.
Watching KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi. Welcome back. This live broadcast is streaming live on KUTVNEWS Kenya on YouTube. Now, a dazzling blend of excellence, cultural pride, and youthful ambition lit up Kenyatta University today as over 2,300 graduates were officially awarded degrees at the university's 57th graduation ceremony. Set against a backdrop of music, dance, and tradition, the vibrant celebration not only marked a personal milestone for the graduates, but also showcased Kenya's educational progress and its unwavering hope for the future. The day radiated with color, heritage, and the promise of new beginnings for the country's next generation of leaders.
The Kenyatta University 57th graduation ceremony opened up with a grand academic procession as university leadership, faculty, and graduates marched to the stirring sounds of the university band. The march, majestic and symbolic, reflected the transformation journey from student to professionals, wrapped in ceremony and celebration. A rich display of cultural dances and spoken word energized the gathering, captivating guests and graduates alike. These performances did more than entertain. They celebrated resilience, identity, and achievement, offering powerful artistic tributes to the journey each student had taken.
Katika utafiti na teknolojia.
And we are live on KUTV.
The atmosphere soared higher with the presence of renowned gospel artist Ruben Kigame, whose moving performance brought together Kenyan culture and deep spiritual reflection. His music stirred hearts and uplifted spirits, adding a powerful layer to the day's emotions. It was a day painted with colors of pride and promise, the sounds of drums, the shimmer of gowns, the wave of flags, and heartfelt applause blended into a spectacle of unity and hope. For many, the graduation was not just a formal event, it was an emotional gateway to new dreams and a brighter future. From vibrant academic robes to traditional regalia, the ceremony brought together the rich tapestry of Kenya's heritage. Joyous ululations, rhythmic drumming, and smiling faces turned the event into a living portrait of culture, ambition, and collective triumph. From colorful gowns to joyful songs, Kenyatta University 57th graduation ceremony is a celebration of hard work and hope in the future. Edna Nerea, KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, behind most of the smiling graduates at Kenyatta University's 57th graduation ceremony stood a story of quiet sacrifice, sleepless nights, and unwavering determination, often from parents who gave their all to see this day become a reality. From juggling multiple jobs, taking loans, selling land, to enduring emotional and financial strain, parents worked the long and certain road of university education with one dream in mind, seeing their children succeed. And today, that dream became a reality as 2,397 graduates stepped forward to receive their degrees their parents stood proudly by. Tears of joy replacing years of silent struggle.
I'm very much happy and I'm proud of him because he has graduated.
Let's watch their sons and daughters walk across the stage. The atmosphere at Kenyatta University graduation square was beaming, filled with laughter, cheers and unspoken relief as families embraced the moment. Proud parents watched their sons and daughters walk across the stage, a testimony that every sacrifice, no matter how painful, was worth it. For the graduates, this was more than just an academic milestone. It was the culmination of hard work, sleepless nights, sacrifice, and family endurance. Grateful graduates took a moment to honor those who made it possible. Parents, guardians, and lecturers, many expressed heartfelt thanks to their families, recognizing the emotional and financial burdens they carried to ensure their success. The ceremony wasn't just about degrees, it was a celebration of love, unity, and a shared triumph.
Teaching and researching was easy because some of the students are my research assistants. I teach and research on the same thing, so I was learning quite a lot from the students, which really made me move faster. Challenges are there, especially with literature. Normal life challenges, they have to be there, but they shouldn't make you give up. They should fuel you to even work harder. But books and all that had a lot of challenges, but thanks to my supervisors, Professor Mugubi and Dr. Shapaya, they really came in handy to make sure that I got what I needed.
The bond between families and graduates was evident. Tight embraces, joyful tears, and proud smiles painted a picture of victory against all odds. Parents who had sold livestock, skipped meals, or worked overtime finally saw their investment bear fruit.
I'm very much happy and I'm proud of him because
many parents recounted their personal struggles. Some shared stories of working double shifts, others of going without basic needs to ensure tuition was paid. Their common thread, a deep desire to give their children a brighter future. As the curtains closed on the 57th graduation ceremony, the day marked not just academic success, but a victory for families, perseverance, and the belief that dreams, though costly, are always worth fighting for. Pesi Achola, KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, Kenyatta University continues to affirm its place as a beacon of academic excellence and inclusivity, welcoming scholars from across Africa and beyond. At its 57th graduation ceremony held today, the university proudly showcased its diverse and vibrant academic community, reflecting a commitment to education that transcends borders, cultures, and languages. The event served as a powerful reminder that KU learning is not confined by geography, it is enriched by it. Patricia Alex reveals more.
In a ceremony rich with celebrations and meaning, 3 international students marked a milestone not only in their personal academic journeys, but also in the university's ongoing commitment to welcoming scholars from Africa and beyond.
The Kenyan curriculum is so rich. I would advise many people to come and, study in KU because the curriculum itself is so rich. It makes somebody to be well vested in a lot of stuff, especially the public health aspect.
As one of the top-ranked institutions in East and Central Africa, Kenyatta University continues to draw students from across the continent, offering world-class education, research opportunities, and a deeply supportive multicultural environment. The international graduates expressed their pride in being part of the KU community, saying that they will return home equipped with knowledge, values, and a renewed sense of purpose.
Firstly, I want to appreciate Kenyatta University so much for accepting us, because it is good that they incorporated us in the system, and then we learn a lot. The culture is so unique to the extent that even I still want to stay, but I have to go because I completed my study and I anticipate to come back once there's an opportunity for me to do a PhD program.
Their path was not without challenges. One of their biggest challenges was navigating the language barrier, especially in an environment where Swahili is commonly spoken.
Language. Because every time I spoke English and someone said Ati, they didn't understand what I'm saying. So they have to speak a little bit of Kiswahili, and then I had to respond in English. And my English was much more difficult to be understood.
Their successful graduation stands as a testament to resilience, but also to Kenyatta University's broader mission, that is to be a center of knowledge that transcends borders, bridges cultures, and serves the education aspirations of all. As the university expands its international footprint, such stories underscores that KU education knows no boundaries. It unites, uplifts, and empowers across the continent. Patricia Alex for KUTV, Nairobi.
The 57th graduation ceremony at Kenyatta University was held today with students from various campuses receiving their degrees. Our reporter Stephen Masha caught up with one of the graduates and brings us a story of hope, resilience, and unwavering determination.
Thousands of graduates graduated at Kenyatta University Graduation Square, accompanied by family, relatives, and friends. They came to witness the culmination of several years of academic pursuits.
Just graduated with a medical degree. I joined here in 2018, and this journey is a reflection of God's graces and the people who have supported me.
And for Collins Mutegi, it was no different, as he proudly graduated with a Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery. Here Mutegi shared his joy at completing his academic journey, a journey marked by sacrifice and perseverance. Mutegi recalls the many nights he endured the course, studying late and completing the extra assignments given by his lecturers. He says his success was greatly influenced by the strong relationship he built with fellow students and supportive faculty at the university.
It has been a tough journey, studying for 6 years, the tough classes, tough schedules, but all in all, I've been able to finish, and I'm very, very joyful. I want to celebrate this moment, celebrate this day with my family, with my friends, just to...
Mutegi either thanked his parents for their selfless support in ensuring his education continued uninterrupted. Mutegi credited his success to solid upbringing, constant family prayers, and both spiritual and financial support from his parents, who believed in him even through the darkest moments.
For my parents, I think supporting me wasn't an easy way. Yeah, I have been supported by bursaries and by friends. My sister has been my largest supporter. Yeah.
He either used the moment to encourage other students not to give up, even when faced with overwhelming challenges, saying that hard work, discipline, and prayer were his pillars through adversity. After 6 years of intense study and research, Collins Mutegi finally received his medical degree, making him one of the country's newest doctors, full of hope, driven to support his family, and committed to serve the broader community. Stephen Masha, KUTV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Stephen Marshall, for that story. And that story takes us to another break here on KUTV Primetime News. How to have a lot more, even in terms of graduation at KU today. A very interesting story of a survivor of the Maundu accident coming to you in just a few. So, with him.
Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On EarthCheck, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of EarthCheck. Welcome.
I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy at the University of Poland, and I'm the main coordinator of the Cafe project, which is being hosted by Canadian University.
My name is Eva Hutoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mokwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu mwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia.
We found it quite strange talking to you.
We should just make schools integrated,
inclusive setups
by providing the right facilities.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. Welcome back, and before we went to the break, we had given you stories pertaining KU57 graduation ceremony with angles on sacrifice, excellence and determination, and perhaps to add more to the definition of this determination despite hurdles, we encounter a powerful tale of faith, survival and unshakable hope, a father's joy and a son's triumph. And at today's 57th graduation ceremony at KU, one student stood out not just for earning a degree, but for overcoming what many thought would be impossible. Frederick Mwangi bears the tale of triumph.
The devastating crash occurred along the Maungu stretch in Taita Taveta County, involving Kenyatta University students, cast the premier university as well as the country in mourning back in 2024. Among the victims, 11 tragically lost their lives. However, one young man by the name Oscar survived. Oscar had been asleep when the accident happened, his injuries being so severe that he was rushed straight to the intensive care unit. sparking months of uncertainty, fear, as well as countless prayers.
I'm feeling great. I'm so happy, and I will put my focus to the KU fraternity for the support. It has been amazing, and I'm truly happy.
Oscar's father recalled the moment when he received the call, which changed everything forever. He remembered being terrified, yet choosing to stand firm in prayer as well as hope. What followed was a year of recovery, faith, and countless hospital visits, until eventually a miracle unfolded. And today that miracle wears a graduation gown, graduating with a bachelor's degree in health service management.
Much happy because the boy has got a great change. It was so serious by then. Now he can twist his legs, can do a lot, a great change. I only appreciate the institution, KU.
Oscar expressed deep gratitude to the entire Kenyatta University fraternity for their support during his darkest hours. He shared a heartfelt message: never give up in life, for God is there. His father, visibly emotional, echoed his son's sentiments, thanking the institution and encouraging other families to never lose hope in the face of trials. On this special day, sorrow was replaced by celebration, tears of pain becoming tears of joy as Oscar moved across the graduation stage, a symbol of perseverance, purpose, as well as answered prayers. From the ICU to the graduation stage, Oscar's story is more than a personal victory. It's a beacon of hope, a reminder that setbacks are often setups for divine comebacks, a living testimony of divine grace, family love, as well as human resilience. Frederick Minor, KUTV.
And Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has unveiled a major policy directive aimed at guiding police officers in the lawful use of force and firearms. The directive issued by Inspector General outlines strict rules on fair and accountable policing practices. It places a strong emphasis on de-escalation tactics, introduces the mandatory use of body-worn cameras, and expands CCTV monitoring to enhance transparency in police operations. This new policy follows a series of recent security challenges and is expected to strengthen public trust in law enforcement.
I was going to issue a policy directive to the IG to make sure that we make it very clear from the Office of the Cabinet Secretary on behalf of the Government of Kenya and the Executive, and pass on to constitutional provisions on how the police officers can manage use of firearm and use of force when carrying out their responsibilities, whether dealing with bandits here or dealing with criminals in urban areas or dealing with goons. The good news is today, this morning, I have dispatched the policy to the IG, and it will be shared to the public, giving various recommendations on how they can be able to use force, when they can use force, what is the prevailing legal framework.
And a wave of hope and ambition seemingly swept through Malava, Kakamega County today as Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, accompanied by Farouk Kibet and other national leaders, launched a transformative youth empowerment initiative. The high-impact event focused on practical solutions, including skills training, startup support, and mentorship programs geared towards unlocking opportunities for the region's young people. Mudavadi encouraged the youth to take control of their future, embrace innovation, and become active drivers of change, as Farouk Kibet echoed the call, urging unity, discipline, and a sense of purpose among the next generation of leaders, noting that the government not only sees them but believes in them and is committed to walking the journey of empowerment with them every step of the way.
Mheshimiwa William Ruto is going to win the election in 2027. and he'll win through the democratic process kupitia kwa kura ya mwananchi. Haitakuwa mambo ya fujo ama porojo. Na mimi nataka niambie wale wanasiasa, hata wale wanaongea wakiwa kwa mrengo wetu, wanasema ati kura ya Ruto itaibwa. Muache kuzungumza upuzi. Ruto hataiba kura. Ruto atapigiwa kura halali ya kushinda.
Mimi kama jirani lazima nitembelee nyinyi. Kuna makosa hapo? Kwa sababu kila siku naamini utawala ikimalizika hapa, jameni, Nyasaye naye anza. Si ikuja hapa Western,
wenye wanangojea kushindana na sisi watungojea huko mbele. Saa hii hatuna time ya kuingilia mambo ya siasa kwa sababu hakuna campaign, hakuna uchaguzi. Tukutane pale, kila mtu atatoa rekodi yake ya ile vitu alitetea ikakuja Kakamega siku ile alikuwa na kiti kubwa serikalini. Si hao watu wanazurura hapa wote walikuwa watu wakubwa? Si walikuwa na viti serikalini? Si wataulizwa maswali 2027? Si hata mimi nitaulizwa maswali yangu? Mimi nitajitetea na ile vitu nitakuwa nimesukuma. Ama namna gani? Ndio unaona na kasana hiyo barabara ijengwe.
Naivasha Member of Parliament Jane Kihara has been released on a personal bond of 50,000 Kenya shillings following her appearance in court. The MP is facing accusations of engaging in offensive conduct, a charge that remains under legal review. The court has set July 29, 2025 as the date for her plea taking, pending a ruling on whether the matter will proceed to full trial. The case has sparked mixed reactions from political leaders, with some calling for restraint and due process, while others have raised concerns over the growing trend of criminal charges against elected officials. And we come to the end of the conversation that is KUTV Primetime News tonight. Be sure to join us for Mizizi Weekendi tomorrow at 6:30, and at 9 p.m. Weekend Live will be coming to you so that you'll be informed on what's happening in the country and beyond our borders. Naomi Mbuyo is with me in the sign language interpretation. My name is Mutegi K. Martin. Good night.